Hi, I'm Debi Peverill, and I'm here to talk about our holiday survival guide. So what do we have in this guide, which you could download from peverill.ca? We've got some governance stuff, some tax stuff, budgeting. Basically, the inside page talks about applying our ADAPT framework to your holiday dinner location. Then we move on to strategic planning for the holiday season itself. We talk about holiday spending, and then we move on to year-end tips. So the ADAPT framework, which is what we're going to use to decide where you're going to have your holiday dinner or any other big decision that you need to make, starts with authority. Who has the authority to decide where holiday dinners are going to take place? That all by itself could be quite a discussion. The next part of the framework is diligence. Have we gathered all the information? Whose family's having dinner when? Who's going to each dinner? Where will it take place? You need all that information. Accountability is being ready to accept responsibility for making this decision. We've decided who can do it, we've got the information, and now we're ready to accept responsibility and take the heat for what we're going to do. Policy. Did we make a rule last year that said if I go to your parents this year, you're coming to my parents next year? Did we do that? If we didn't, should we? Because if we have a policy, then people will understand it, which brings me to the last thing, which is transparency. You should be able to explain to people why you made the decision that you made, just to keep peace in the family. Strategic planning. How do we apply that to the holiday season? Well, what does the holiday mean to you? You've got so many days. Is it all about sloth and gluttony? Are there religious overtones? Are there sports that need to be watched? What needs to take place here? We need to gather your stakeholders and ask them what they want to do over this holiday season. To whom are we accountable? Are there people who are going to say, you should have done this, you should have done that? Who are these people, and what is it they want you to do? Does anyone care how you behave and what you do? Back to the accountability. And how are you going to measure success? So when January 2nd rolls around and the holiday season's coming to an end, you're going to make some plans for next year to make sure things go better than they did this year, or will you declare victory, that all was as you wanted? We're going to talk about holiday spending. I've got a budget category in there. You're going to figure out how much money you're going to spend on gifts, on travel, extra childcare, whatever else happens this time of year. And you're going to figure out where the money's going to come from to fund this budget. Once you've done that, your goal is to stick to the budget. That you have set it, you should stick to it. Then, at the end of the season, you're going to compare it to actual, see where mistakes were made, and make a plan for next year. Lastly, on the back page, we've got year-end tips. There's a couple there. Medical expenses. Do you know where you are as far as being able to make a medical claim? You know that you can only deduct the amount over 3% of your net income, or the annual maximum. So if you're close, should this be the time to get new glasses or that dental work done? Because you will be getting a deduction for the amount that's over. Also, charitable donations. The clock is ticking on that. If you don't get them done by the end of the year, you can't claim them this year. So take a look at what you plan to donate and see if you've taken care of that. And of course, for our business owners, inventory counts are coming up on December 31st, and anyone who wants to claim their vehicle expenses needs to do something with their odometer reading. So download our holiday survival guide and take a look at applying the ADAPT framework to any of your holiday decisions. Do some strategic planning around this holiday to make sure it meets everyone's needs. Use it to control your spending. And lastly, take a look at the year-end tips. And we wish all of you a happy holidays and a happy new year.